Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Appreciate you tuning in this Tuesday morning. My name is Bruce Dickey. You're watching us on Wabash Catch TV. My guest is Mr. Scott McElravy. Scott, thanks very much. Coming up, Scott is the head basketball coach at Fairfield, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things regarding Fairfield basketball. May end up talking Illinois basketball. May end up talking Scott's other favorite sport that he didn't play, football. Might end up talking about snowing at the state golf tournament.
We can do that.
Did you go to that?
I did not.
I did not,
but I kept track. No, we did keep track.
I figured you. I figured you were paying attention.
We were rooting for Carmine.
Yeah, that's cool. But we're going to talk about all kinds of things here. You are watching us again on Wabash Catch TV here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25. Also over there in Salem on Channel 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have enjoyed hopefully you've enjoyed maybe your long Veterans Day weekend. I know that a lot of schools celebrate on Monday and a lot of schools don't. A lot of other banks were probably all closed yesterday, all opening up today. What's going on this Tuesday, November 13th around the area? Well, out at the New Beginnings Church here in up in Newton, the New Beginnings Church are going to have a Team of Mercy meeting. That's at 6 o'clock tonight. It's a support group for those who've had loved ones passed due to suicide, and that's at 6 o'clock tonight till 8 o'clock at the New Beginnings Church in Newton. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 783-9284. Also, today, this afternoon, over in Olney at the Carl Richland Memorial Hospital at 2 o'clock, they're going to have the Look Good, Feel Better program. Look Good, Feel Better program will be in the Heim Room at the Carl Richland Memorial Hospital on Tuesday, today, from 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock this afternoon. All kinds of fun things going on there. Also, a country and western dance over in Salem tonight. That's going to be at the Salem Community Activities Center, 416 Oglesby Street in Salem. Starts at 7:30, runs till about 9 p.m. It's a $5 admission. Entertainment provided by Woody and the Nighthawks. Bring your own potluck dinner at 8:30, as well as a 50-50 drawing at 8:45. All kinds of fun stuff at Salem. Plus, down in Fairfield, the only thing going on today, it's the monthly meeting of NARF, National Active and Retired Federal Employees, NARF. That'll be held today at 11:30 at the DiMaggio's there in Fairfield. All members and prospective members are encouraged to attend. For more information, give them a call at 847-2321. What is going on television today? What's on Wabash? All kinds of good things. We are beginning, can you believe it? We are beginning the winter sports season tonight on Wabash. We have our first game.
Yeah.
You fired up?
I am ready.
You going to watch?
I will.
You don't even know who it is.
Are we talking Illinois and
Evansville? No. This is girls basketball.
Oh, okay.
You may or may not watch. You may have practice or something like that.
Are we talking the Fairfield ladies?
Not tonight.
Okay.
We do have Fairfield ladies coming up.
Yes.
But tonight, it's high school girls basketball. Richland County is at North Clay, and that'll be on at 6:15 with the JV game, varsity game to follow. Again, that's on Wabash Catch TV, this same channel you are watching right now, as well as also on YouTube. And do follow us on the Wabash Catch TV channel on YouTube, and you might want to follow us on Twitter too. That's when I always put out what's going on. NCAA basketball tonight. All kinds of basketball getting underway. Wisconsin is at Xavier. That's a big one. 6:30 p.m. tonight, and that is on CBS channel, CBS Sports Network channel. Also tonight, Stephen F. Austin is playing at Miami of Florida. That's at 7 o'clock tonight, and that'll be at the, I checked that, that's at 6 o'clock tonight. That's on ESPNU. I believe that's on channel 628, if my memory is correct. And Georgia Tech Oh, that's a 6:42. Georgia Tech is at Tennessee tonight. That's at 8 o'clock at Thompson Bowling Arena down there in Tennessee, and that'll be on ESPN2. That is channel 628 on your Wabash tonight. NCAA football getting going tonight. They always have the midweek games from the MAC. You got to love MACtion. Western Michigan at Ball State tonight. That's at 6 o'clock on ESPN2. And then in the NHL, Tampa Bay is at Buffalo. That'll be on the NBC Sports Network, channel 216. That game starting at 7 p.m. All kinds of different things going on tonight, but we're going to talk about Fairfield Mules basketball. They had a solid year last year. They're looking to improve this year. Got Coach Scott McElravy joining me today. He is the head coach at Fairfield, and when we return, we'll talk about all kinds of different things with Coach. You stick around. We do appreciate you watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Stick around, back in a sec. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey at Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thanks so much. Talking here today with Fairfield Mules head basketball coach Scott McElravy. Scott, thank you so much for joining today. How you doing?
Hey, doing well. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, I got to know, you've been coaching these Fairfield Mules. How long have you been coaching at Fairfield?
A while. This is my 14th year, I think, as the head coach.
14th year.
Yeah.
Did you think when you went in? All right, now where'd you go to school?
Well, I'm from Cumberland High School.
Okay.
Our ladies, when they won the sectional championship in volleyball just last week, that was on the floor that I played on. So that was neat to go back and watch that.
Oh, well, not really.
Yeah.
How did you have any old administrators there that remembered you, or did they all run when they saw you walking up?
You know, I didn't really have anybody. I didn't think, because my parents came out too, but there was a lady that was keeping the clock.
They still live in Coles County, don't they?
They still live in Cumberland County there, yeah. Okay. And the lady keeping the clock was yelling at me after the game, and it was my junior high PE teacher, Mrs. Sherwood.
Oh, is that
so
right?
She said she ended up teaching for over 40 years, which is a long time.
Well,
so yes, one. I did have one recognized.
See, now you didn't mention it, but this is your 14th year of coaching. You said a long time. Your 14th year as a head coach.
As a head coach, yes.
How long have you been coaching total?
21.
21.
I moved to Fairfield in 1998.
And coached with Tim Pearson
Coach
before
Pearson,
that?
yeah.
Well, I've got to ask you, did you when you moved to Fairfield, you wanted to be a coach, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did you think, how long did you plan to be coaching, or have you ever?
You know, I'll be quite honest, I didn't think it'd be this long, but you never, it just, time flies. It goes fast.
Yeah. Did you enjoy doing the assisting thing before you became the head coach?
Yeah, I kind of got the best of all the worlds. I got to start out as the freshman coach. I was helping Coach Sutton for a year, Brent Sutton, who I teach right beside.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah,
because I've kind of skipped over you. You mentioned you played at Cumberland.
Yep.
You didn't mention how well you played at Cumberland. You were a pretty solid little basketball player, weren't you?
Well, I was a 5'10" guard. So, yeah, I was okay. I could shoot the ball.
How much did you score?
Well, you're putting me on the spot, aren't you?
You don't remember?
I think there were a couple of us my senior year. We averaged 18 a game. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's all right.
I didn't know if you had 1,000 points or.
I didn't have 1,000 points. I was one of those guys that was. We had some good teams coming up, and I was a smaller guy. I grew later.
Yeah.
And so I got to get a sniff of varsity time my sophomore year.
Oh, really?
And then I started my junior and senior year.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. So
we had a lot of fun.
So you went to college where?
I went to Eastern. I did not play, but I went to Eastern.
I had the same conversation with Andy Fehrenbacher because he was up there probably a little bit after you.
Yep.
After you. Okay, so you were probably a year or two before him, I guess.
Yes.
When did you graduate high school?
I graduated in 90.
Okay. You graduated in 92.
Yep.
All right. So I'll ask you the same thing I asked him, and he really didn't. He wasn't all that forthcoming. How did you go when you intend to be a teacher and you intend to be a coach? Do you take coaching classes, or what do you do in college to become a high school basketball coach or a basketball coach coming out?
Well, I'll be dead honest with you. I graduated from Eastern first without a teaching degree.
Oh, really?
Yep. I was going to go to grad school. I wanted to get into like occupational or physical therapy.
Yeah.
So I was a zoology major. Started a grad program there, and then didn't like it.
In your field.
In my field, yeah. And
how in the world does zoology transport into the biology, the training, like you were talking?
Well, at the time you had to get an undergrad degree, so I took zoology, or mostly biology.
Yeah.
So you had the anatomy and physiology and all that.
Okay.
And then I was wanting to transfer out to go to a grad school. From there to go to PT school.
Okay, so physical training school. So that didn't work.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I actually started working while I was going to school. Started working for UPS in Mattoon, which paid for a lot of my school. It's a good job. I always tell kids, if you don't want to go to school, look, those type of areas are great spots to go work at.
There's usually openings.
Yep. One of the guys that I worked with, he had kids. And he said, "Hey, I want you to help me coach their summer baseball team." And so that was
kidding.
And that was in Charleston. And so then I start getting a little bit of an itch about getting back in sports. So I thought, you know what, I may go back and get my teacher cert and see how things go. And that's kind of how I got started.
How long does it take you to get your certification after you'd already had your degree?
Well,
does it vary with depending on?
It does vary a little bit. It ended up taking me a year and a half or so, because you have the one semester of student teaching, which I did. I stayed in Charleston, and me and another guy, we drove all the way to Effingham High School, and that's where we student taught together.
Okay. All right.
I student taught for Monty Norn, which
really?
The people around here would know him. He was, I think, in the Hall of Fame, or close as he should be. He coached Stu Straw's teams, and he also coached at Effingham.
Yeah, the people around here probably don't like you because
probably not. Probably not.
So you got coaching in your blood.
A little
after
bit.
That.
Yeah.
It just kind of got in.
Yep. And I knew once I got that first teaching job, being a sports person all my life, I knew that was one of the things, they said when you go to an interview, don't tell them things you can't do. I mean, tell them things you're willing to help out with. And so that first year I got to help the freshman squad with Coach Sutton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right. So, who was the best player you played against as a high school? I'm going to ask you this later. Who's the best player you played against? Because you were scoring good points. That was back in the old LIC.
It was one of the best players. I didn't directly play with him. I was a freshman when he was a senior. Jeff Loritzen. He was from Martinsville.
I remember Jeff Loritzen.
He played at Indiana State. Started there. He was a nice player. My age would probably be Derek Landris. He played for Eastern. He was from Charleston, played for Charleston Trojans. He played at Eastern. And Mattoon had some good kids too. Trying to think, if we would have won our regional my junior year, we had a nice team. We were seeded number 1, and we got upset in the regionals. We would have played Flora.
Oh, really?
Which would have been Locum and Lieb and all those guys.
Yeah. Well,
so that would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe.
It would have been a lot of fun winning regionals, and it was funny because we kept track of them, The NEC, I knew of it, but we never really played many of those schools. But they were covered in the Effingham paper just like we were.
Right.
And, of course, that was Phil's brother, Curtis, who ended up playing at Eastern. So that would have been a tall task.
That's amazing to me. As I'm talking with all these coaches, you guys are all kind of a similar age, all the way around. At least the ones, and you all know the same people. That's the interesting.
I always tell Phil he's a little older than me, but I was Curtis, his brother. I was his age.
Okay, yeah, 90.
They had some really good teams back then.
Yeah, they were loaded. Talking today with Scott McElravy, we're going to talk basketball. We're talking all kinds of different things. We're going to talk the Black Diamond. We're going to talk Fairfield Mules. You are watching us on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, and we'll be back right after these words. Do stick around.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. That county hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My guest is Scott McElravy. He is the head basketball coach of the Fairfield Mules, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Mules in a little bit. Talk a little bit about the. Well, we're going to talk a little reminiscing here, though. You came to Fairfield back. You said when?
Let's see. 1998.
And worked your way up through the freshman level as well as then JV. How long were you freshman coach?
I think it was four years freshman. So 1 with Coach Sutton and then 3 by myself and then 3 years JV.
Okay.
And then
when,
after that.
When Tim Pearson.
So I like the way that happened because you can learn a lot at every level. So just being thrown into a situation right off the bat would, it might be hard.
Yeah.
So I like the way that worked out.
And you also kind of, I usually ask coaches what's their favorite part of coaching. What is your favorite part? Not the winning. I mean, it may be the winning. It may be the winning. It may not be the winning. But what is it? Watching the kids grow from freshman through senior year, mature.
You know what I'm getting now are like invitations to weddings and stuff, which is really cool. Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely have said. I think when you get into it, you first start thinking games. You'd say, "Oh, it's definitely the games." And one thing that Coach Pearson told me, he said, "You'll eventually get to where you enjoy practice even more than the games." And
no kidding.
Yeah.
When did that? How long did that happen?
You know, the last couple of years have been more that way, and this year has started out great. You know, it's just you and it's me and Coach Book and the kids in practice.
And it's teaching.
It's teaching. Yeah, you don't have distractions of this or that, and you know, you're teaching, they're learning, and that's definitely my favorite part right now.
Okay, so when you're looking at varsity and junior varsity, you're probably talking about 20 kids, 25 kids?
Yeah, we have 18 this year. You have sophomores and up.
18 sophomores and up. That's a lot of kids to keep track of.
Well, I would say the one thing that there's, you know, we have a lot of feeder schools. You know, other schools don't. But as far as over the years, what I've noticed, it keeps participation high. I mean, it seems like, you know, a lot of these other schools, they're going to wanting to play a mega night where it's freshman, JV, varsity. So we have 3 games a night. Some of it's because of bus travel and saving money. Others, they don't have the numbers that we do.
Yeah.
And I know Coach Townsend deals with that some. Our freshman schedule, they played Gibson Southern.
Yeah, the freshman football
Benton and Harrisburg.
Team. Yeah. They were all over the place. Now, how many of the games this year will you have? Three games. Is it going to be at all your home games possible? Some of them?
Out of our conference games, Carmi, Hamilton County, Albion, and Johnston City. Actually, the only one that's not is El Dorado on the Mega Nights. We play them separate, so
we'll talk about
it's quite a bit.
Yeah, well, that also makes it makes for the freshmen not having a whole lot of B games.
Yeah, there is the downside, and that's where we still keep Mount Vernon on the schedule. Mm-hmm. We picked up Carbondale the last couple of years, which I think is great for our kids, you know, competition-wise. We used to have Olney. I don't think we do anymore, but having a chance to play those bigger schools, we get some B games. But, yeah, it's not as many.
Okay, now you've been doing this for 14 years as a head coach. Is in 2018, is the amount of off-season training the same as 2004, or has it changed to? Is there a lot more or a lot less than that?
That's a good question. I think with most sports, you see a lot of the travel culture and whatnot. I would say there's more now. I always tell my kids to text or call if you want to get in the gym, and even in the middle of July, I'll have kids say, "Hey, can you open up the gym tonight, Coach?" So we have good participation with that. You know, our summers.
What do you do in the summer? How's the summer program?
Yeah, June is pretty much basketball. The football still lifts then, but then in almost all of your high school basketball stuff is done in June, because in July it's the AAU.
Oh, really?
That gets a chance to go. Yeah. So that way you stay away from each other there, and then it also works out well with Coach Townsend and I. He starts, having 7-on-7s and stuff in July. So it's set up pretty good.
How many kids? Well, all right, I'll ask the same question in the same kind of fashion, other than in 2004 versus 2018. How many kids do you have going to AAU, playing AAU ball in the summertime? That's got to be quite a bit more now.
We don't have as many, maybe, as like Coach Chet would maybe with volleyball, but we have 3 to 4. Actually, I take that back. We had 4 of our guys in the spring.
We
have a couple
in a few years ago.
Yeah, we'll have 4 to 6 of our kids that'll play, and some of them play a little more of a set of games than others. We had 3 or 4 guys that were on the same team that played like 4 tournaments.
Oh, really?
In the spring season, and then they didn't play in July. So
what's the general if you look at like college recruiting, that's a lot of the way college recruiting is done these days with AAU. What do the typical high school basketball coaches think of it? Does it help your squad? Or can it help your squad? Kind of depends, I suppose. Doesn't it?
I think it can definitely help you in the fact that you're playing against better competition. You know, if you're just saying, "Hey guys, let's meet down at the park and play," you're playing with the same guys all the time.
Yeah,
and that can be good or bad. If you're in Rucker Park in New York. That's you're playing good competition every time. But in Wayne County, you're not going to have that level, so it can help in that regard. Defensively, those games are played a little looser.
They don't play well. I guess you picked up what I was getting to.
Yeah, and
they don't play defense. You work,
some
they
do.
Work on. Do they really?
Some do, but not. It's not as. It's not as much, and
it's not a point of emphasis.
You don't have and you don't have scouting reports. You don't say, "Hey, okay, we've played this guy 2 times before, so we got to make him put it on the floor," or that sort of thing. You may be just showing up for a weekend set of games, and you may not know who your teammates are.
Oh, really?
So most places are organized, but some are not. So there's goods and bads, I think. Like there is with most things.
You don't really get to work on a lot of team building skills.
Not really. Although some of the ones that are around here, they have practices for the kids. So
do they?
Yep, they do. So there's definitely more organized ones than others.
How much are there? Do you put the team together? You say in June. Do you go to summer tournaments or something?
Yeah. So and see, I'm not allowed to coach in AAU. I can't coach my own kids. So
who takes the kids to tournaments in the summer? I don't mean to be asking an IHSA question.
Well,
cover your ears.
No.
Cover your ears, Marty Hickman.
In June, I'm allowed 25 contact days. So, like in June, what we do is we have our camp at like K through 8 with the little kids, and in the afternoon it's with my kids. And then we prepare to go, like every summer we go to Vandalia a time or two, and we spend the night and get a hangout, and we get to play teams from all over the state.
Yeah, see, those are big tournaments. You're picking up 30 or 40 or 50 teams.
So we may go up there and play Seneca, which is way up north, or Putnam County. Yeah, up by Peoria. And then we've went up there and played Harrisburg at times too. So we get to do things like that. This last summer we also went to Carlisle for a day and played Breese Central and Carlisle and just teams.
Do you run into different styles?
Oh yeah, and
Really?
it is even in June when we get to coach our own kids. It is a little bit looser brand of basketball. You don't know what the other team. They may have 2 or 3 kids, somewhere on a baseball thing or working.
Yeah.
So
they may have
it is a little bit different.
Missing some kids like you probably
absolutely.
are.
Yep. And then July comes around, and then
then you're basically away. They're in football.
They are, or they're playing AAU and playing football. So kids have a lot more opportunities now than what they used to.
I've asked the other coaches this, and I'll ask you the same thing. Do you, as a basketball coach, do you prefer that your players specialize in basketball, or would you like to see them play other sports?
No, I love to have them play other sports. I think that's one thing that at Fairfield it seems like we do a pretty good job of. A lot of Coach Townsend's kids are coming off a successful season, and so now then I get to have them.
Mm-hmm.
I think we share pretty well. The volleyball girls a lot of those girls play basketball.
Yeah.
Or softball. When you're school 4:30 or whatever it is that we are, you got to be able to share kids.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the program that, is domineering over the other and saying, "Hey, no, I don't want you to doing this, or I don't want you doing that." So
you do see that though some places, don't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you do, but I'm glad at Fairfield we're not that way.
That's interesting. How much time? I must ask you then. How much the Fairfield football went 2 weeks long? How much time did you let the kids before you?
Yeah, that was a different. That was different. We've had that one.
Had a second week.
One other time.
2009.
Right.
Yeah.
So we told them pretty much. We gave them. Well, they would have had Sunday off, and then we said Monday, Tuesday. We'd like to see you Wednesday.
Okay.
And then most of them were there Monday.
Oh, was that right?
There were a couple of them I said, I really think you should take a couple of days off.
I
would like to give them a week. If we make the playoffs and we lose that first game, then they always have that 1 week.
Yeah.
because kids do need a break.
But
they
there's
do need a little bit of a break.
But there's also a set number of days that they have to practice, right?
There is, and when you play in a Thanksgiving tournament like us, and you also play the Capital Classic like us, you're not playing.
You're not starting off with pillows, are you?
No, you're playing really tough teams, and you have 2 weeks to get ready.
Yeah.
So you are on a little bit of a time crunch, even though you do want to give them a little time off too.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's outstanding that you had some kids come out.
Yeah.
That were you not expecting? Whether you told.
I think they're just excited. I think success can breed success, so they're just ready to do it again in basketball.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, that must make you feel good.
I hope so. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I do. There's no hope in that, is there?
No, you better not hope so.
No.
Talking here to Scott McElravy at FCHS. We're going to talk about his team in particular when we do return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Back after these.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your #1 choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey at Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Scott McElravy. He's the Fairfield Boys high school basketball coach. By the way, look at that screen right there for a second because I wanted to take a picture. See, now that's another button that I have. It grabs a still. Okay. So I've just grabbed a still. I think I'll grab one more. I think I'll grab one while you're now look at me. See, now I've just grabbed another still picture.
That's impressive.
Isn't that a fun little device?
Yeah.
Sorry to give away all the secrets, ladies and gentlemen, but I was just talking to Scott here. And all right, you've had a nice little run of success at Fairfield. You had 5 conference championships in a row. That must have been pretty cool.
That was a lot of fun. So, like Nathaniel Lackey and Gifford.
What's Nathaniel doing now?
He is student teaching at Mount Carmel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Aces. But he is also.
He's not going to coach them.
No, he's actually the JV coach for Center Street. So my 6th grader gets to have Nathaniel Lackey as his coach.
I did not realize that he'd come back.
Really excited about that.
I didn't realize where did he end up going to learn? It was a Millikan?
He went there for a bit, but he transferred to Eastern.
Oh, okay.
So he graduated from Eastern, too. There's another teacher.
All the teachers go to Eastern.
It's a great teacher-coach school.
That's right. And Andrew's, is Andrew already done, too? Andrew
is done, too, and he is getting ready, I believe, to work with Chris Conard in town.
Well, he had been doing some of that. I didn't know if...
And then Dakota is getting ready to be a trainer.
Who is?
Dakota Young.
Okay.
And then Connor Scott is still at Anderson, I believe, finishing
That's
up.
the 4 seniors.
That was the 4 seniors that they had never known anything but winning conference championships each of their year.
And, the thing is, they always won pretty handily.
Yeah, their senior year was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
That was the year you went 21-8, right? So, I mean, it's a lot of fun. This is another squad, and I don't mean to put the pressure on you, but I'm going to, apparently, because I'm going to continue. There's a lot of expectations for coming for this squad.
We've had a couple years where we've been down a little bit. The last 2 years, El Dorado's been the class of the conference. They've been
El Dorado had kind of like you. They had a group of kids
that they were
stayed
super,
together. They
absolutely.
were big and tall and tough.
And I really think if you go back to sectionals last year, they lost in a close game to T-Town, who lost in a close championship of sectional game to Mount Carmel, who lost in overtime to Pinckneyville in the Super. So our sectional
Pinckneyville got 3rd at state.
They did. Our sectional was loaded. If you play that again, El Dorado might have went a couple more rounds. So all those guys graduated, which is good.
Yay, says Scott.
and we have a lot of guys back.
Tell me about the team. Who's coming back?
Well, we got a nice surprise over the summer. J.Zell O'Neill from Wayne City. We weren't anticipating that at all.
And that's all you needed was more guards.
Yeah. Well,
we can't have enough guards.
J.Zell and I have already talked about the night that he beat us.
He did.
He played super that night. He was wonderful. But then we've got Reese Lee back and Brian Estes. Cody Cantrell, those are our 4 main seniors there. Logan Trent has joined us again from being on the football team.
You only have one Estes? You've only mentioned
just Brian.
Okay.
Yep. And then our junior class, some good players. We've got Kane Hicksonbaugh and Luke Dagg and Wyatt Gilbert. You just keep going, and then the sophomores have all
You've got kids, you've got names on those rosters that people have heard over the years because Wyatt Gilbert has played. This is 3rd year. He played a bit as a freshman,
just a little bit.
Kane Hicksonbaugh played a little bit as a freshman, and as these kids have aged, the experience must be a heck of a factor for this team.
Yeah, we hope so. Like I said, El Dorado loses a bunch. Carmine lost a lot too, and we lost some too. But we just through the ranks, our younger kids have always been pretty good. We've really challenged ourselves with our schedule. Right off the bat. The Capital Classic is rip-roaring. Almost every year there's a team that either goes to state or gets really close from that. So
let's talk schedule in a minute.
Sure.
I want to get into the rest of the conference. You say that you mentioned El Dorado. Mm-hmm. It's kind of tough to get back to 28-3.
Yeah, I would take a 28-3 year in a year. Yeah,
kind of tough.
I would.
The Carmi Bulldogs, I think they won 19 games.
Had a good season. Yep.
Both those teams lose a little bit. Hamilton County, throughout the course of last season, they were improving throughout the whole season. What does the Black Diamond Conference look like for this upcoming year?
Well, the team we haven't mentioned yet is Albion, and they have everybody
Edwards County
back.
has everybody back.
Yeah, they should be right
Coach
up there with
Russ
us.
Gerlach.
Yeah, he does a good job. Good friend. Hate playing him.
Yeah.
This should be a good year for them too. One of the most exciting kids coming into the conference, Johnson City, has a freshman that is
really
going to end up being one of the better kids in the conference.
No kidding.
6'2", 6'3" kid. Center Street got a big taste of him in the first round of 8th grade last year at the state tournament. He's very talented. Coach Brzezinski down there said, if he keeps progressing, he could be the best player he's ever coached. So I mean, he's had some good players at Carterville. Players. Yeah, they were the team that beat us at sectionals with Lackey and Gifford and those guys.
Right.
So he's really high on him.
How did they get him to Johnston City from Carterville?
Coach Brzezinski, good question. I don't know. Don't know. But yeah, they're happy there. They've got most of their guards back, so they will be an improved team. You said Hamco's got a new coach with Coach Miller.
Oh, really?
He's coached Gallatin for years and done an excellent job. He's a Hamilton County product.
Yeah, I forgot about Doug Miller coaching at Hamilton.
I sent him congrats and said, I hope the IHSA puts the shot clock in. Because he's a very, we'll say, patient coach. Deliberate's a good word, too.
Would be a good word, but his defense is not deliberate at all.
No, he's had some really good players down there.
And they're typically very aggressive, whatever his defense. What are you going to run? What kind of defense and offense do you think you're going to run?
Well,
or are we far enough into the year where you've got that figured out?
Today was our third practice. I started naming off kids, and I know I've left off some, but we are deep. So, the one thing that Coach Book and I tried to preach all summer is you're not going to – we don't have too many 32-minute guys.
Right.
So we're going to get up and we're going to pressure teams. We're going to play mostly man, but we will play a little zone too. We feel like we've got some quickness and we've got some height too, so we're going to try to get out and pressure teams a little bit.
That's one of the toughest things. If you've seen Fairfield play, you'd put Brian Estes up at the front of that press whenever you do go to the press. That is terrifically effective.
He's long, and we're just quicker this year than we have been. We've got some good young shooters, too, that can come off the bench. We don't have the 6'8", just bruiser-type player, but we've got a lot of fun pieces to work with. If you ask me on a starting lineup today, I don't know.
No.
And that may change, and the kids know that. So they've got to buy into knowing that, your time may be 2 minutes, it may be 4 minutes, it may be 30 seconds.
Do they understand? This is probably something that is a little new to the Mules, to your squads, in that your rotation is going to be deeper than it ever has before.
It has, and and
the kids have to give 2,000% effort.
They have to know that. They have to know that, and they have to be willing to work together. And one night may be your night, and the next night, it may be somebody else. With Lackey's group, we pretty much had a two-headed scoring monster there.
Right.
We had the junior Sky and Colton and White. They contributed, took turns, but Lackey and Gifford dominated the scoring, and they should.
Right.
With this group, we've got a lot of kids that can score, so that's a good weapon to have.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of fun, and plus, you're not going to be as dependent this year on the three-point shot, are you? As the Mules have been in the past, you think?
Yeah, and last year actually we shot less than we had in a while.
Yeah.
Now, in saying
you
that,
had the big men inside.
We did. In saying that, our younger kids, that is their thing.
They love it.
They do.
That's how they grow up. They're watching. They're watching the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, it's funny too. How college has morphed into that too. Just everybody can shoot the three.
Yeah.
Even you don't have a ton of traditional big post-up players anymore. Even Joel Embiid can shoot threes.
Do the Golden State Warriors? Is that what the kids are watching? Is that what it may? Is that
we have
puts them on the track to go out there and bomb?
Yeah, we have. I think ever since the shot clock or the 3-point shot came in, it's just progressed more and more that way.
Yeah.
I think it was Rick Pitino said the worst shot you can take is an 18-footer.
Right.
Because
right in front of the line.
Yeah, you're just barely in front of the line. He likes his team to shoot a lot of threes and layups. And with our pressure this year, hopefully we'll get a lot of fast break opportunities.
What are some of the points of emphasis this year? The new officiating points. Every year there's some kind of new thing. For some years it's get physicality out of the game.
Yeah.
Some years they've concentrated on head injuries or something like that. Is there something this year that the referees?
Not anything too big. We had heard, the last year or so that they may bring in a shot clock, but that hasn't been approved yet, which would really...
How are they keeping that out? They've been talking about bringing that shot clock in for 10 years.
Yeah.
How are they keeping that out?
I would say a little bit is finances.
That's kind of what I figured it had to be.
Schools have got to buy the extra clock, and you probably got to pay somebody extra to run it.
Extra 2 clocks.
Yeah.
Have one on each side.
Sure. So that's probably the biggest thing, but I'm hearing... or I have heard that it's probably going to be around at some point.
Well, that's the thing right now.
And then what do you put it at? I don't think it'll be a 24 like the NBA. It'll
35.
probably be more like college, I'd say.
College is now 30.
Yeah.
It was 35 for years. And who knows what they'll do. Well, that's the thing with the IHSA. They're right now shopping plans for football that are
big,
wildly different from what's going on. Talking here to Scott McElravy, we're going to talk about probably Illini basketball and all other kinds of things when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We'll be back right after these.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
he goes.
Well, yeah, no kidding. Welcome back. You're watching a Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Scott McElravy. He is the head basketball coach at Fairfield Community High School. And before I let you get out of talking about high school, talk about both of our favorite subjects, the University of Illinois basketball team. Tell me about the schedule this year. You already talked a little bit about in conference. Who did Fairfield pick up out of conference?
Well, with the 31 game total thing, we got
brand new rules this year.
Brand new rules, just so we got a chance to pick up 2 more games.
So it's 31, not 35.
They're
like volleyball is.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
And so we sought out. We tried to get the best teams that we could. We picked up KZ Westfield, which was my arch rival when I played in high school. They're starting out the year state ranked. From what
are they
what
really?
Yeah.
How high are they?
Well, I mean,
and they're Class 2A as well.
They are.
Yeah.
So they're our level. So it's December 21st. I told the boys we're the ESPN game night that night. Are you guys there?
We're there.
Yay!
Yeah, we're there. Friday at Fairfield. Friday night.
I've always wanted to take the kids back to where I played. We couldn't make it work with Cumberland.
Well, it'll be here. It'll be in Fairfield.
It'll be in Fairfield first year, and then next year we make a return trip to where I played my last game, which was KZ Westfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they beat us in the regionals my senior year. So we played them, and they're going to be a really good test.
They're going to be a load, aren't they?
Yeah. And then we also picked up Cesar-Valier, which has won a couple 1A regionals the last few years. Coach Garner does a good job. So we're really excited about those games. Not easy games by any means, but we feel like with the kids we have, we need good tests.
I'm kind of surprised that you had that you're able to pick up. I guess everybody had games open up. But I'm kind of surprised you're able to pick up that many other really good teams. So, because I would have thought that there would have been other teams that maybe not as good were trying to pick you up too.
Oh, we had a lot of people want to play us too. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth bartering and that, yeah. And we wanted to play a couple teams we don't normally see.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, you'll both be heading south for the regionals and sectionals anyway.
Yep.
Super sectionals.
Yeah, so KZ could be in our sectional, so it'd be good to
You've
get
seen
a chance to
KZ a few times recently.
They're
always at that Benton shootout.
Yeah, we had a great game with them Lackey's senior year. They ended up making it to supers in 1A that year. Right. They were in 1A for a few years.
That's right.
And we actually beat them there.
Yeah, I remember that now. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. One last thing you mentioned off air, interesting note and tidbit. Like last year, you're playing everybody from the old NEC.
Yeah, I think my kids now, if I said, okay, name the 8 teams that were in the former NEC conference, which was around for what, 80 plus years?
Oh yeah, ended in 2003 or 4.
I don't think they could do it.
Oh really?
Now, Coach Book and I try to do a job of just mentioning that to them, but the from Coach Book's up and in age, everybody knows about the NEC and how good of a conference it was. So this is the second year in a row where at some point we played all 7 other teams.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. How'd you do last year against them?
Well, let's see.
Would we have won the? We probably wouldn't.
We would not have won the conference. No, Salem was really good.
Salem was good.
They were
Salem
good.
won 20 last year.
They were.
Well, we did play Salem. They beat us in third place game.
They did. And then we lost to Flora in a good game at their senior night. We beat Olney. We beat Red Hill.
We split with Carmi, didn't we?
We split with Carmi. They beat us 2 times. We beat them once.
Right. Mount Carmel?
Did not beat Mount Carmel. They were a load last year.
So this year,
it's time to return the favor.
There you go.
They're finally done with 6'8" guys. Although they do have a 6, they have a 6'6" sophomore. So he may be 6'8" now too. I don't know.
Well,
I should have said that.
Best of luck then. In the first game is at the Lawrenceville tournament, right?
Capital Classic against the host school, Lawrenceville. Coach Bishop, I played against him when he was at Martinsville. Great guy. All
right, now I've got to ask the question. We have struggled. Not me anymore. Fairfield has struggled so long at that tournament. At what point do you get the struggles turned around?
Well,
is it this year?
And I've told people before. There's been a few games that maybe we should have won over not, but that tournament is just really tough. So if you're going up there each year and going 3-1 or 4-0, you're usually T-Town.
Yeah. Who are the non-NECs this year? T-Town and who? Who's the other one? It used to be something. It seems like that changed that other team every year.
Do what now?
Who's the non-NEC? Because there'll be 6 NEC teams.
Let's see. On our side, it's us, Lawrenceville, Salem, and Olney. And then on the other side, it's Red Hill, T-Town, Marshall. And
Red Hill, T-Town, Marshall, and
who am I missing? That's terrible.
Somebody. We're both missing.
Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel.
So it's loaded. I mean,
six any old NEC teams.
Yeah, it's just a loaded tournament.
All right, we're running out of time. We're filming this. We're filming this actually before Illinois season begins Thursday night against Evansville. Are we going to make the tournament this year? Are the University of Illinois Fighting Illini basketball team? Tell me we're going to make the tournament.
Growing up in Central Illinois, there was no other team to cheer for. You know, it disappointed me greatly when I moved to Wayne County and we have all these UK fans. But that's a different thing to argue.
An argument for a different day.
Boy, I hope so. You know, one of our former players, Macklin Snyder's a manager. He's a freshman manager for the team.
Is he giving you any inside info?
He says good young guards, big guys. We still need a few more. I like Coach Underwood, and he really likes him. He said he demands effort from the kids. He's just a straight-up guy.
Are you able to go up there? Do they have
They
clinics?
do. They have a coaching clinic in the fall. I did not get a go this year.
Okay.
I was going to say we were still playing golf, but I don't think we were with Noah. But we just need a few more recruits. You know, I think we're turning the corner. I hope. My kids don't remember when they were good, really. You know, Noah was a baby when they got beat by North Carolina. And that's sad.
You know, that is sad.
Because I grew up watching all these great Illinois teams.
I hadn't thought
about
about
Flying Illini.
Because I've got you know, Alexander Aman and Will Griffith are the biggest Illinois fans that I know, and they were like 5 when they went to that tournament.
Absolutely,
maybe
and that's
a little bit.
You know, I can still remember the Flying Illini being so upset when Michigan beat them in the semifinals. That was terrible.
I can tell you what I did that night, but I'm not going to on the television.
I think I went outside and cried. I think that's what I did. I was so upset.
Tell me a little bit. Did you get a chance to watch Duke and Kentucky last night? What do you think about Duke? Is anybody going to beat those guys?
If they play like that, I'm going to say no. But that you're not always going to make shots.
Yeah.
They're so talented. You know, they had the top 3 recruits. So there is something to say about rankings to a point. Those 3 guys are just so talented. And they weren't playing a weak team there. They were playing Kentucky, and they made them look really bad.
Well, Kentucky, some people had them in like the Ken Palm ratings, had them like number 1 in the country.
They had them ranked ahead of Duke.
Yeah.
And it didn't quite happen that way.
118 to 84.
That's a lot of points.
Or something. Are the Mules going to get 118 any games this year?
You know, I don't think we'll get 100, but
118? You'll get 100 maybe, won't you?
I don't think so.
It's a different style of play than when your teams were getting 100 back when you were playing in high school, right?
Probably.
A little defensively different?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I just want to get wins. Wins are fun. I don't and we won't probably have very many 40 to 38 wins unless the other team's holding it on us.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, now that's an interesting point.
Yeah.
And we're about out of time, so we're not going to be able to talk about that much. But over the years, Fairfield you've concentrated on defense more.
Yeah.
And this year, you're going to be more concentrating on scoring.
Hopefully our defense leads to our offense.
Okay.
Like I told the kids, you know, with our pressure and hopefully what we can put on teams, that's going to lead to a lot more fast break opportunities. So.
You want to be Brad Underwood Jr., don't you?
You may see a few dunks this year. We got some kids who can do that.
Actually, Brian Estes is a dunking machine, isn't he?
We've got more than Brian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll just keep the other guys a secret.
You're not going to...
Yeah. We'll do that.
Well, see, now that's fun. That's good, clean fun. Yeah. Actually, we have you several times on Wabash this year. We've got you in Sisney. We'll have you in the Sisney game, and I can't go. I don't have the list in front of me. I tell you, Scott, best of luck this year. I'm so happy you came up to see me.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Having a good time? Thank you so much.
Fun. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Best of luck. That's Scott McElravy. He's the head coach of the Fairfield Mules basketball team, boys basketball team. We've got him several times on Wabash. Thanks very much for tuning in. We'll talk to you all later. Have a great day.